All right. Welcome to Midjourney's prompt troubleshooting jam session where we troubleshoot problem prompts. We are currently working on Potato Propagator's problem prompt, which has to do with potatoes. Uh, trying to get images of potatoes suspended by toothpicks in jars of water. Um, our first winner was Derpader, who is called Doppelganger today because Halloween, who got used a trick of saying the toothpicks are like arms and supporting that with an OREF and an SREF. I did similar, as you can see on my screen here, um, with using the OREF and an image prompt, and I managed to get essentially a copy of the picture by using it as there's the OREF and the image prompt.
Yep.
So that's cool. They use the editor to clear up the extra toothpick or something. But what Potato Propagator wanted to see was like a pirate hand doing the work. So they're still working on that part of it. My name is Clarinet. I'm added the nettle because Halloween. I am the owl that you see on the screen. Hello. Um, uh, and I am here to help everyone out with prompt problems. I'm going to unmute our usual suspects. We have Westendorf and Promptogram and Noob Lady and Mr. Shoney and Mary Smith. Good to see you. And Golani and Extra Skinless Bones. Wow. It's getting there, Johnny. Derpader and Collect. We'll see who joins us from our various streams out there. We have we're going to, what are we going to right now? We are going to Twitch and YouTube and oh, what else? Facebook and apparently LinkedIn. Huh. I don't know how the LinkedIn thing is working. I haven't checked. But hello, LinkedIn, if LinkedIn is out there. If you have a problem prompt that you would like to puzzle over with us or a project that you'd like to talk about, please let us know in chat. In the meantime, we are in the newbies channel of all places. This is just where we landed because I messed up and started prompting in newbies. So if you want to join us in the newbies channel on the web, we are prompting there. For the potato. Nice job with the pirate hands, with the
Yeah.
tattoos and the rings.
Yeah. I think I'll run some variations on that.
Pirates have tattoos? Is that real?
Sure.
Well, I mean,
Is that like a movie
sure,
thing?
yeah. I don't know. We can ask ChatGPT. Would real life pirates actually have tattoos in historical context? Yes. The heavily inked pirate trope is mostly fiction.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
But
sure
sailors
it
did have
happened
tattoos.
occasionally, but
Yeah, it says that they
Yeah.
could. Yeah.
More sailors.
Rummage.
Ah. Yes, collect when I am confident about the topic and my ability to follow up and double check information, I will do so. I do have ChatGPT Pro, which is helpful. It does spend extra time making sure it doesn't give me hallucinations. It does if you turn on thinking. Look, if you're going to loll at me, have the decency to unmute and loll in my ear.
You just
In real
think
life.
about the wrong thing for longer.
Is it more affordable in your country? But yeah, we were yeah, I don't know either. Collect. We were asking it random questions earlier, and I asked it to double check its information, and it did. It made us wait for like a minute and a half, and it went through all of the information, and then it decided it was right. And confirmed the information. Well, it must sometimes, because it has occasionally gotten things wrong and then fixed itself. Like, I'll ask it something that I know the answer to, and then ask it to double check, and it does. So
I think it's fine for like basic information like this.
I think it's fine for trivia.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't be like, how do I save my wife from a snake bite?
Yeah.
That it's not a good idea. But if I'm asking whether, movie pirates have tattoos. No, I mean, it's irrelevant if it gets it wrong to us, because
Yeah,
we're just
it doesn't
having
matter.
a conversation.
There's no
It
consequence
actually
to
doesn't
it being
matter.
wrong.
It's just fills in the social moment. We used to bullshit in real life before we had ChatGPT to help us bullshit. Like, we would sit in Chili's or something and share some fries and make shit up about pirates. Absolutely. Probably they this. Yeah, maybe they that. Probably they this. And then we'd go home and somebody would like haul out Encyclopedia Britannica or something and actually check. Be like, Dave, you were wrong. Again. Man.
The only option is to actually know everything now. So you're always right when people go to check it.
Yeah. That's, I'm working on that.
So Clarinet, say
Yes.
I got a question about styles now. So say I get really the image that I want, and then I want to see what that exact image looks like under different styles. So is it is there a way to kind of keep the composition and all the elements?
Yeah. In fact, I just wrote that up the other day, so let me grab it for you. It is right here. Oh, you can't see me searching. Where did I put it? I know where it is. I mean, I could just tell you, but I'm also getting the this is our digital freebie, which is going out in the mail soon. If you have filled out the form,
What form?
you will get this document. So
The
see
prompt.
this very first thing here, style transfer workflow?
Yeah.
That's what you just asked.
Yep.
So just follow these steps and we can do it. We can follow the steps together right now, actually, if you like
Sure.
to try it, just to demonstrate it. So you can upload a file or provide an image URL, right? We know how to do that. So if I go to create and I want to upload, let's see, I'm gonna upload this guy. Oh, I have to go to the editor. Stop. Hold on. Okay. No. Downloads. Okay. And Midjourney stopped responding. Okay. So that's the first step. Upload the image. It becomes your base image. The overall composition will be preserved, though faces may change. We'll fix that in later steps. So next we want to switch to the retexture tab. So, oh, I have to open in the full editor. No, I don't. They moved retexture over here. So I just clicked on the retexture tab. Write a strong prompt that anchors key details. Include important visual traits, such as hairstyle, clothing, or accessories. Anchoring these features helps maintain identity through the style conversion. So, heckin' wrong windows, closing those so that I stop clicking on them. Okay, so an oil painting, an impasto oil painting of a young, I don't know, maybe an Indian man with beard and mustache. He stands against a concrete wall. He is wearing a blue t-shirt. He has his arms crossed and he is smiling. So I'm basically recreating the picture with my words. And then I'm gonna follow the steps. This is good for me to check. Add the target sref. So at some other point, oh, heck, I'm over here streaming myself. Look at the infinite stream. So at some point, I have gone to Midjourney TV instead of Midjourney.com. At some point, I've grabbed like an oil painting looking sref. Here's one. This looks oil painty-ish. Oops. Okay, so both my prompt and my sref specify the style. So I know that sref is colorful. So I'm going to say in a colorful and pastel oil painting. That's what the style is. And then a young Indian man, that's what the picture is. So I've done both. So now I'm going to retexture it. His face is likely to change. I don't think I can OREF this at the same time.
Retexture
Would be nice.
focuses mostly on style.
Retexture, let's see. Retexture appears to use a type of pseudo depth map. And it's think of retexture as painting over a raised surface, like coloring a relief sculpture. So the picture keeps its form even as its looks change. So you see how it kept the form of the guy,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
now it's in the new style.
Sure. Okay.
And then his face, you might decide, look, this doesn't really look like him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like, this is great, but it doesn't, like this, just the face just isn't quite right. So if that's a concern, then you can download the best retexture result and use it as your new sref and combine it with the oref. So I'm going to download that image. And now I'm going to go out here and I'm going to use him as an omni reference, and I'm going to use that as an sref and an image reference. And I'm going to say an impasto, a colorful impasto oil painting of a young Indian man. And now I don't have to go because I've got the oref there, I don't have to go bananas with my prompt anymore. And that should restore his face. Oh, oops, I put the wrong thing. No, I didn't. Okay. Should restore his face somewhat. Oh, I forgot the sref. Gosh darn it, guys. Okay. And it would help if I use the right aspect ratio. It'd also help a whole lot. So this should be about right. Maybe. Okay, so I needed to my prompt needed to be more complete.
Yeah, and that's where I'm also trying to figure out the magic combination of omni weight and image weights.
Mm-hmm. I think my omni weight is too high. Yeah. My own advice is to put it at like 30. Owl dancing. Okay. There we go. So, as you start, trying to get closer and closer, you might say, two-thirds perspective. Try. Oh, well, this isn't so bad. Try getting him back. But if you're just doing a potato, you don't have to worry about this step.
Right.
Because you're not going to lose the face. The face. I mean, there's no human face there to sweat.
Well, yeah, but just kind of general practice too. If I have the pirate hand or pirates in different, characters in different scenes, to experiment. Just trying to get the once I have the composition correct, want to start working in styles. I guess going into the remix mode is the avenue for that.
That's not bad. That looks almost exactly like the original picture,
Yeah.
but with the new style.
Yeah. Okay. Where's that form you were talking about filling out a form?
Well, I'll just give this to you free. But what it should have been sent out already. I guess it wasn't. But if you fill out this form, this feedback form,
Oh yeah. Okay.
then it signs you up for freebies, the digital freebies, which are documents like the one I just gave you guys. It was supposed to have been sent out this morning, so maybe they'll send it out some other time. Today. It's supposed to be sent out today.
Was streaming the chat, trying to click on it there. Okay.
Collect is making a great point about OREF. OREF doesn't work exactly the way we hope with faces. For whatever reason, when Midjourney built OREF, it does a lot of things really well, but faces maybe not so much. It depends. Some people feel like it does a decent job. Some people feel like it really doesn't help. I think objectively speaking, like technically, it is not. It's facial recognition. The facial recognition app that's running inside of OREF is either poorly configured or badly weighted or not present or something. Probably badly weighted in the blend. I think if enough of us complain, they could tweak OREF to do better with the faces, but when they balance it so that faces are preserved, then the rest of it sometimes goes a little bit south. Like its ability to carry on ability to make a consistent motorcycle might be reduced. I'm not entirely sure why that's true, because you'd think that they were just separate processes, but very likely it's just all diffusion. Because it doesn't do nothing collect. And for some people who have characters that have very obvious features, like a witch with a big hooked nose and green skin or something like that, it can pick up stuff that isn't too subtle. With a photograph of a guy like this, or like my mother or something, it might not be quite as good. Fair enough. I advise it because people push and say, but what can I do after that? If retexture doesn't satisfy me, what can I do after that? And the answer is, well, there's not a whole lot you can do, but you can explore messing around with OREF if you want. Nothing is not an acceptable answer. People want to keep fighting. I can be honest with them and say, look, face preservation in version 7 is not fabulous, but you can give it a go.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I do not have Poodle Cam on.
I can usually get a good likeness. I mean, good being relative, but with a lot of tweaking, it just takes a lot of changing things and finding the right spot for that one reference image.
That dog is digging a hole to China. Jenny, lie down. Jenny, lie down.
Like, okay.
Thank you. Not sick. What are you doing? I love a vitamin. She's like, God, I love these vitamins. Collect says, yes, you could get lucky with the OREF and get super close, but you can also get super close with retexture. One does not have a higher chance of success than the other, so you might as well keep slot machining with retexture.
But retexture just maintains the shape. Like, are you talking
Well,
about trying
if
to get a likeness?
he's just saying that if your face is if the character's got a very subtle face, in other words, a very realistic face, doesn't have an overly large nose or tiny eyes or massive chin or something very obvious, if then retexture is likely to texture it correctly, so you'll get your giant nose or your overlarge chin or something. Similarly, OREF is not bad at catching those really big exaggerated features. OREF can do that too. So he's saying it's 6 of one, half dozen of the other. You could mess around with retexture until it got closer, until you're like, ooh, no, I like that one. The 10th one was good. Or you could do what I've said, which is mess around with OREF and an image prompt and an SREF and see if you can get even close. And what he's saying is, in both cases, you're just kind of messing around. Like, it's not a process that guarantees any outcome. It's a process that both processes are similarly exploratory to see if you can maybe get something better out of it.
Yeah.
Which is consistent with the advice. I describe how to do the retexture and I describe how to do the OREF. So they have both in their back pocket, the people who use that process. Like Potato now knows both. He can mess with both of those to get where he wants to go for his art and his project. Man, imagine if Collect was like Midjourney's education instructor. He would just be like, no, just no. and then everyone would just have grape juice and graham crackers and go home. Nice point, Derpader says retexture is sort of a dead end. At least with OREF, you can mix and vary. Yeah, you can remix. You can use variation. You can all kinds of things. You can blend in your image reference. It's just, once you get it out of the editor, you just have all the other tools available to mess with. Collect, a lot of people abandon the idea of same image but different style when they realize that they can't, that they'd rather have the face be right. So like my dude with the wall behind him, the ultimate picture of him with his arms crossed was not a retextured version of him with his arms crossed, but it was close and his face was improved. So people are suddenly willing to compromise one thing for another and so on. And this opens the doors for them to choose where do they want to compromise. Yeah. Collect says, I find the claim that the face is improved dubious. I sometimes do as well, but in the end, I think it's subjective. There's a lot of relativism and subjectivity, which means that I can warn people that, that it's going to be exploratory and so on, but I cannot promise them that they'll find nothing they like. I can't in good conscience tell them don't even try it, because it's art, and a piece of art that works for them might be something that didn't work for me. I just don't like, says Collect, that in its current flow, the advice seems to imply that ORF does faces better. Did I say that? Well, that's a nice correction to call out. I thought it said you can try. Try. You might try raising. Consider increasing. May help. Yeah, I don't make any promises. Repeat to see if you can increase character consistency. Nice job, Derp. Better than retexture, is what he's saying. I'm not saying, Collect says, I'm not saying ORF doesn't keep face details. I'm saying retexture is not worse at it. Yeah.
No, like weight, or is there? I guess the image weight. Are you using an image reference with the retexture?
An Astroth.
Okay.
Clarinet, I have a question.
Hi, yes.
Hi. I am working in the retexture using styles, and I'm finding, is this true that if you're using an omni reference, if the strength is too high, it doesn't pick up on the style as well?
Okay, let me see if I understand what you just said. You're saying you want the style of the omni reference also to be communicated to the new image?
Yes, and if I push the strength up too high on the omni reference, then it kind of lacks in the style that I assigned to it. Let's
So you mean you have let me see if I can mimic what you're saying.
Uh-huh.
So you have an SREF, and you have an OREF.
Yes.
And you're saying if the OREF is too high, then it drowns out the SREF.
Yes.
So I wonder if we can just compete, and if I put the style weight up at 400, if I can help that along. That's right. ORF doesn't do anything in retexture, which is why the PDF I gave you, it tells you you have to pull it out. Pull it out of the editor and then start blending ORF in.
Again,
So yeah, it looks like if I increase SW, I can start fighting that.
okay.
What if I max my SW?
And what are the parameters of the style weight? 1 to 1,000?
Yes.
Okay.
So, my style is not really communicating to him. It's only printing on his shirt. So I might have to help it out by supporting it in the prompt. And orange and teal pastel illustration of man. Now I know that this Astrof is an oil and teal illustration, so I've pinned or anchored the desirable attributes of the OREF, of the SREF. It doesn't have to be so high. I'm experimenting with the idea that if it is that high, it eats up the. Oh, I see. You're asking her, can you just lower your your OREF. I suppose that's something else you can do. You can raise your SREF and you can lower your OREF.
But then sometimes when you lower the OREF,
Oops.
you lose your reference. It
Okay, this one I have 400, which David Holt suggested is the sweet spot for faces.
mm-hmm.
And I've SW 1000 to make sure, and I've got it in the prompt. So now all four of them are an illustration per the ESRA. So I have a pretty high OW, but I also maxed my SW, and that seems to have made it stick.
Very good. Good tip.
We forget that these sliders are here. I mean, they were kind enough to give us, you know, OmniReference actually has the slider on its box, and for whatever reason, the other ones don't. It would be nice.
Oh, don't
If
they in that there?
They have it here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, no, IW is not in here.
No, it's not.
The
Just
style-
stylize is.
Well, stylized, that's different than SW.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stylize is only increasing the house style. SW is increasing the thing that you have specified yourself.
I didn't know that.
It is. It is. I really want them to just give us something that looks like a soundboard and just let us figure it out. You know what I mean by a soundboard? Like a toaster.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah.
manual sliders.
Journey style soundboard.
No,
Yeah.
there's no sliders.
No, but I like the look of this.
So you're saying you like steampunk?
User interface. Nope. Oh. Oh, hey.
A remote slider.
There you go. That's what we need. We need one of these on our screen. Why not? Himo, why did you paste that? Yeah. I was saying I wish they would put those sliders everywhere they make sense rather than just the one. I mean, I wish they would. Ooh, pretty. You have joined Midjourney's prompt troubleshooting jam session where we all pile in together and talk about problem prompts. If you have a prompt or a project that you're working on and you want us to help you out, just cargo drop that, just like a low flying plane across the chat, and just cargo drop the problem or prompt or project into the chat, and we will descend upon it like starved lions on an antelope. I don't know. Like like butterflies on a flower. If you go ahead. Oh, we have Ari. Ari. Hello, Ari. What problem do you have for us to work on today? What did you bring us?
Nothing yet.
What? Come on now.
Um,
We rely on you.
I'll think of something.
Okay, I'm giving you the look. Do you see my owl giving you the look?
I see it. I got all my problems solved. I got nothing to give you.
Oh, it's shocking.
I'll have to make one up.
The new V8 interface. It looks like a robot's face, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth of dials. With freckles. Freckles made of plugs.
When is version
Ox plugs.
when is version 8 coming out?
This question startles me. When is it coming out? I'm not sure. We don't know. Next year. I could confidently say next year.
Yeah.
I have a question. I read in the announcements that they're renting a catamaran for people to go out together on. Is that real? In San Francisco?
Potato did it.
In San
Yeah,
Francisco?
Potato, tell us what it was like.
Oh yeah, it was fabulous. There's I don't know if you know San Francisco. There's a Pier 39, which is kind of a touristy sort of spot, but they have a catamaran that they brought out about I don't know, it was like 40, 50 users, and just kind of let us all onto the boat and had some catering, had some music. We sailed out underneath the
Gosh.
that big bridge out there and saw
How
some
many people
dolphins.
did the catamaran fit? Like 40 people could get on the catamaran?
Yeah, it was a good sized boat.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah, it was wonderful.
Oh,
How
I
did you
bet
get your
that was
invite?
so
Through
fun.
email or through Discord?
I saw
What's
it in
that?
the it was in the
Potato.
announcements.
Yeah, the announcements in Discord, and then they had a link, and they had 3 dates lined up. So, and then
Potato. How did
they
you get your invite?
just I filled out the form.
Like
They
via email or I already
yeah
did that. I'm just wondering
yeah
how you got
it was through,
the invite.
and it took a little while. It was more or less kind of last minute. I didn't know for sure until you know like 2 days before whether or not I was going to be selected to go. So
Oh
I
wow, okay.
sort of had it all kind of contingent on that. But yeah,
Are they
it was
are they planning another one? You said that they had 3 or
there,
4 dates.
there's they have 2 more. This I think the next 2 weekends they're doing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know if they've already made their selections of who they've accepted or not, but
Uh-huh.
yeah, the announcement link should be in there. Are you in the San Francisco area?
No, I'm in Southern California, but I mean, I can get to San Francisco
Yeah.
in, fairly easy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's a number of people from like San Diego and LA. So it was great to
I
meet,
just
you
saw
know.
it this morning. I've been in Texas, Clarinet.
What?
I just
What?
got home from Texas. I was in Texas for a week.
And you didn't come see me? And you didn't come see me?
I know. I thought about contacting you to see if you wanted to hook up, but I was visiting my 91-year-old friend. So
Oh, wow. Where? What city?
Midland, Texas.
Oh, we were nowhere near each other.
Yeah, we were far.
So we were like 9 hours away.
Yeah.
So.
Texas is pretty big. Huh?
Texas is so big that that's possible to be in the same state, and you still have to get on a plane.
Well, I didn't realize we're state neighbors then, Clarinet.
Oh, where are you?
Tulsa.
Tulsa. All right, about 9 hours north of me.
I know
Maybe
some
12.
jokes about Oklahoma and Texas, which
Oh,
I'm
tell
not,
us those.
which I'm not gonna repeat right now.
What?
Wow.
Okay. That bad, huh? Okay.
What do you
Hugo
in-
says, I had. Oop, go ahead. Mhm.
Just curious. What part of Texas are you in?
Central Texas, Travis County. No, technically, I'm now in Williamson County because I moved north a little bit. But Central Texas.
Claire, how do you make your avatar synchronize his moving as if talking
Right.
animation to your voice?
This
question.
And
is
your arms. How do you do your arms? Is it you got a video on yourself so when your body moves, your avatar moves too?
yes. Yes, that is correct. So what's happening is my webcam is pointing to me, and I'm using Adobe Character Animator 2025. And what it does is it has a facial recognition component which maps to the puppet. So I had to make mouth shapes, or I didn't. A community member helped and made an A-E-I-O-U shapes with the mouth. And Adobe Character Animator knows what frame to show you based on what sound I'm making. So that's how you get the lip sync. And it can see my eyes, so if I blink, the eyes close. And it can see my eyebrows.
Can you take off your glasses?
No, can't take off my glasses. And it can see my position in the chair. So if I like woggle around dramatically in the chair, then so too does the puppet. These arms, this is me clicking the puppet's arms with the mouse and dragging it with my mouse.
Oh.
So it is not, I tried to hook it up to my real arms, but because I'm sitting at a desk, it can't see my elbows consistently, and it doesn't know how to move the arms.
Got it.
Why do you have a lisp?
I have a lisp because I don't know.
You've
I
been to
bit
the
my
dentist.
lip.
Ah, okay.
I have a big sore on my lip right now because I bit it. I tried to eat my lip. I bit a piece of pita bread, and it's too much information. But anyway,
And this is why
I always have a bit of a lisp, though. I always have a bit of a lisp. It's one of my charming qualities.
Well,
Sometimes it's more obvious than others. I have no idea how I sound right now. It's possible that I'm talking out of the webcam, and so I sound far away
No, you sound
instead
good.
of.
No, you sound good.
Oh, okay. All right. I have not used the new Adobe Pose feature. Texas is larger than Alberta.
No.
yeah.
Yeah, sorry, it is. But what is with the KM money, whatever?
I don't know.
I'm like,
It looks like there's a character that got botched when the AI over you tried to show it to you. Everything is money, yeah. ASCII conversion error. Yeah. Go Johnny with the extremely correct answer. 2 points for Johnny.
Yeah. Well, I know it's conversion, error, but like, how does it get that? Because that's not even close. Conversion to like money, kilometers, money.
No, the dollar sign, it's supposed to be that caret 2 is supposed to be squared. It's supposed to be a tiny little 2 lifted up from the margin so it looks like squared. But instead that ASCII
Oh,
character transformed to a dollar sign, a caret, a 2, and a dollar sign.
oh, that's what y'all want. Okay, I can see that
5
now.
times larger
It
than
goes up
Greece.
kilometers squared.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense now. I was like, because it didn't make any sense. The dollar just doesn't. Yeah, I'm in Alberta, and so I was wondering the size difference. Anyways,
There, Johnny did it. That's what it's supposed to look like. So I feel like potato, I was being cagey. I'm going to not be cagey. I'm in Round Rock, Texas.
Okay. Rock.
Round Rock. No one's
Uh-huh.
ever heard of Round Rock. So why not? I mean, you can look it up. It's Central Texas. It makes more sense for me to say Central Texas than Round Rock because people are like, what? Where?
Where's the oil?
Yeah, not here.
No,
That's for
okay.
sure.
The oil is in Midland.
Where's that?
Yeah.
Where's
Midland,
Midland?
Texas, all oil. It's just dirt and oil derricks
Amazing.
Have you
and
guys seen
big,
that
giant, fancy houses.
uh-huh. Have you seen that series, Landman?
No.
Oh,
Landman? Yeah, I mean it's about a guy who is working for an oil company and all the situations that take place when working for an oil company, like the
Hmm.
drug cartel, the banks, and whatnot. Oh, it's a nice series.
Hmm.
That was season 1. I watched a
Well
while
done.
ago.
It was well done.
Yeah.
I've come across a few oilmen in my day here in Oklahoma.
There's oil in Oklahoma too, isn't there? Fracking oil, isn't there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That's why you
all
get those earthquakes now.
yeah, I call them profit shakes, but yeah, it's been a
Yeah.
little while since we really were pushing when the fracking boom started. I don't know, it's 8, 10 years ago now. Yeah, we were getting rocked to sleep in the middle of the night, you know. It was Yeah, it's wild, the technology that we we use to, extract resources. It's put a lot
You
of work
gotta do
into it.
what you gotta do to stay on top of the game, eh?
Yeah, well, yeah, and we forget about the potatoes. So I'm trying to make the potato great again.
I love potatoes.
How come you have blight issues? They get sick, the crops.
Oh, no, it's just there's small percentage of the population that even knows how to grow food and realize that's even an option. So that's sort of my push. Have you,
Ari, have you ever grown your own food?
Me? Never.
Yeah,
Never.
never. Anyone here ever grown their own food?
Yes, growing up with my parents,
Herbs,
When I was
all the
backward
herbs.
herbs. Yeah. When I was a kid, let's see, tomatoes, okra, corn. What else did we have? A yellow squash, green zucchini. I think that's it.
The peas, the sweet peas.
No,
that are
no
supposed to
sweet
be on the
peas. We
vine.
didn't do that. Didn't do that. These were full sun, full Texas sun in summer type crops. We had to water them sometimes twice a day.
Wow.
And they didn't grow big. There's just not enough water for those tomatoes to grow big.
Yeah.
Oh. You have water issues where you grew up?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And extreme heat.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's Greece for you.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly the reason that I've chosen the sweet potato as my moniker. It's really heat tolerant, drought tolerant. It loves Texas, Oklahoma weather.
We never even tried it. I mean, as I listed all the ones we had. And melons. I don't remember if they were watermelons or something else, but some sort of vine melon on a vine.
Yeah.
And they all and we didn't have very organized rows potato. We didn't have very organized rows, so when I went to pick them, it was a crapshoot whether I was reaching for a yellow, a green, or a melon. Because everything that was a vine was growing on top of itself.
There's a lot to be said about that type of growing method, just as opposed to.
Yes, it was a method. It was a method. That's what it was. What's the method? Mm-hmm. Yes, I'm nodding. Yes.
Well, speaking of growing potatoes, everyone has probably seen the movie The Martian. I think that was the name of it. That was an excellent book. I read the book before the movie.
I read the book. I was impressed they made the movie out of it. That was cool.
Yeah, they did a great
Wasn't
job.
expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like that movie in particular, Potato Propagator, because he propagated potatoes?
Well, I hadn't watched it before I really kind of took on the potato persona, but yeah. I mean, it's an interesting concept. I mean, that's certainly one of the limiting factors for us to go populate other places is how we're going to feed ourselves, but particularly when we can't, we're not really doing it here very well. But yeah.
Yep. And also the whole gravity thing. All of Earth's stuff is like hard coded to our gravity.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of research on the space station for years, just growing different things. So there's some interesting stuff going on there.
Do potatoes require much pesticide?
Not in outer space.
Well, yeah. That's true.
I wonder. I bet not, because they're so dense. I mean, do bugs get
With
into potatoes? They get into the leaves probably, but
yeah, the leaves,
Yeah,
above ground.
You'll get some pests eating the actual potato. I'll dig them up sometimes and they're half eaten. A lot of times it's like
oh wow.
Oh, that's probably a gopher.
Yeah.
You got to grow them in a cage in the ground. Seriously.
Or just grow some for the gophers and hopefully they won't get them all.
It's always a good sign when something's in your food,
Grow enough for everyone.
I did see a gardener on YouTube that was having trouble with, I can't remember what type of animal it was. I don't think it was gophers. It was an above ground. They were like going over the gardener's fence and eating his crop. So the gardener grew a little garden with no fence and next to his garden, and And all the little animals ate from that garden instead of climbing over the fence and eating his garden because it was so much easier to get to. So
Perfect.
they ate the little garden on the side and left his fenced garden alone. Genius.
Wow. Do that for certain pests as well, like bugs. You kind of can grow if you're growing, say tomatoes. People grow tobacco to attract
Oh.
the pest that would otherwise eat your tomatoes, and they'll eat the tobacco instead.
Because they prefer it. That's interesting.
They prefer it and they just fill up on that, so they leave the less preferred crop alone. Interesting.
Welcome to Midjourney's prompt troubleshooting jam session.
How to grow your own potatoes with Midjourney.
With Midjourney.
Yes. Prompt your way out of the gopher.
Just prompt them away. That would be easy.
Potato craft jam session.
Potato craft. Awesome.
We'll be 3D printing potatoes here pretty soon, and my whole thing will be mute. So you won't need me anymore.
So my question is, how do you answer this newbie's question? He just walked in and he said, I need to make a series of 7 high-resolution 20 by 30 posters, and I don't even know where to start. I'm like, if that's all you know, then we don't know how to start either. Like, what questions do we need to ask him? Number 1, let's see, what will the posters depict? That's it. I guess just have to know what will the posters depict. The rest comes later, I suppose. Get a degree in design. Yeah, theme. Let's see. Subject, background, theme, style. Good job, Ari. It's exactly the right questions to ask. Okay. So we have a few people who are new to me. We have there's seventh, and we have Julia and Narendra. Welcome, you guys. If you have any questions about Midjourney, just let us know. If you want to speak instead of type, just say so. Happy to give you your microphone. One of the things we were working on earlier was heck, I have to go look.
Growing a potato in a jar with toothpicks.
That, but we solved it.
With the pirate hand.
We solved it. We solved it. That's right. We were working on keeping this motorcycle consistent. And some of the advice I gave, and I'm sorry Collect isn't here, but some of the advice I gave was you know, with the starting image, the starting frame being this young man with his blonde hair and his particular t-shirt and his very particular blue slashed cargo pants with the brown on the bottom, and maybe he has robot legs under there, it's hard to say, through the holes in the knees. I said, because you can only use one OREF, you can either have an OREF for your bike or for your guy. So the advice I gave was, consider putting a helmet on your guy and letting him wear simpler clothes, like just one color cargo pants and a zipped up leather jacket, yellow boots, and a helmet. And then you don't have to sustain all these details with an OREF, because you can sustain all those details in the prompt instead, because it's really simple to prompt that sort of generic featureless figure. Then you can let your OREF and style ref and image reference all be the bike, which gives the bike extreme support for consistency. So I think that's a great approach for current Midjourney, given that you can't load up, you can't have multiple OREFs. And if you decide to roll back to 6.1 and use CREF, then you get a lot of blending between the man and the bike. So what do you guys think about that? About making sure your character design actually works with or leans into or what do I want to say? Anticipates Midjourney's weakness. Do you think that's good advice, or do you think really we should work harder on the sort of the struggle of maintaining all of these details?
It's a balance.
Was it a cop out?
No. I think it's a knowing the limits and then trying
Working
to,
within them, right?
yeah, and trying to, push it, figure it out.
I feel like you know, this character has been running around more or less looking like this, and finally he runs up to his bike, and now he wants him to run over and get on the bike, which is, you know, which worked out just fine until you I mean, he keeps all his details, right? And he leaps on the bike. But Midjourney doesn't really understand how this bike works. Like, he goes onto the seat, but he doesn't know where the handles are. Do you see the handles are those yellow things? So he needs to curl Tron-like over the bike and grab those handles. Which, frankly, the design of the bike doesn't support that. I mean, you see there's something in the way. You can't really properly bend over and grab those.
Yeah, it looks like he might try.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, Midjourney certainly doesn't know what to do with him. And Midjourney doesn't know what to do with him in any of these. It's a little bit better. No, put your foot down. Oh, jeez.
He's grabbing something there, but it's not.
Yeah, you see how Midjourney created a bike handle for him to grab? Like, Midjourney believes that this is where the handle should be, and so the handle shall be there. See, it invents something for him to hold on to. But I mean, at least this one he's sitting. But yeah, it's impossible to get him to bend over and grab those handles.
I'm wondering if the word handlebar in the thing is making it make new handlebars because it doesn't see them. But if you
Ooh,
did,
that's a nice idea.
Like
Let's
these are the
see.
same. Yeah, just like take out that whole sentence. And that next one with the controls, yeah. Yeah. I just try it like that. See what.
Yeah, I didn't write the prompt, so I wasn't really paying attention. It's a good catch. It's the risk of using the AI helper. So I kind of tune out the prompt. I'm like, I'm sure the prompt is fine. Let me look at everything else. And it's not fine. Narrator says, and the prompt was not fine. Video 1 is in all of your video prompts. It's the video version. Later, when we have multiple versions of video, we'll be able to use that tag that parameter to change the version. This one he got on backwards. This one he also got on backwards. Maybe I need to say the very low slung yellow handlebars and help it identify the handlebars.
Or call it like the front peg or something like that.
Look, he's like sidling up, like
What do I
he's
do
gonna
here?
surprise
Oh,
mount.
I don't understand.
That's a nice pose, though. I mean, if I
Yeah.
wanted a still shot, that's a nice one. I don't think any videos are wasted because I love the fact that really what I'm getting is 250 frames
Yeah.
and I can use any of them. Oh look, he hopped.
Puddles.
Look, what are you doing, sir? Son, that is
Oh.
not how we do. Oh,
Oh, okay. Oh, is he gonna
sir.
grab it?
Okay.
The handle?
Maybe
Or-
the defining which leg is doing what in the prompt might not be helping either. Like swings his right leg over. Like if you
Yeah.
tell him to get on the bike, it's going to do that automatically, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, don't give me that look. Look, he's looking all like, I'm sitting on it, aren't I? No. Well, on the other hand, there is no place for him to put his foot on the bike. The design of the bike doesn't include it.
Can you slow mo?
Oh, what it? Oh, what? That look.
Yeah,
what,
slow mo
what,
that part. Exactly. That's what he was asking for.
Okay, let's see. He's like, yeah, this is my bike. This is my bike. I climb my bike. This is my bike. Oh, yeah. Oh, posing. Mm-hmm. Hello, Poppy.
This is
Okay.
what the people joined for.
Okay. Seriously. There's no one here today, so it's fine. I mean, I don't know why, but there's like half as many people here today as usual.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. Maybe today is a holiday or I don't know. Okay, so you're saying stands by he climbs on the cyber bike.
Yeah, I don't even think you
And
need that first
grabs
sentence.
the yellow handles.
What is
He
I-
wanted the character to pause and then walk. That's why
Oh,
that's
okay.
in there.
I mean, usually in video though, it takes like a little bit to start. So
You're thinking, never mind the
Yeah.
It's just struggling so much to figure out that the bike has handles on it.
What is a cyber bike?
I don't know. I took it out.
So maybe they don't know. MG may
Mhm.
also not know either.
Yeah. It's a good point, Ari.
You can say a futuristic-looking motorcycle.
Yeah, I don't even have to say that because it's video. I can just say,
You still have to say something.
yeah, I said motorcycle. But I don't have to get descriptive about it because it's video.
Oh, it looks like he's reaching for it in the first one. Oh no, he missed it.
Man.
Well, I gotta
I
move
guess
on.
he has to. Oh, okay, Potatoes.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
Thank
See
you,
ya.
Clarinet, and
ya.
everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Ciao.
Good one.
Cheers, guys.
Like maybe I have to say he bends over at the waist and grabs the handlebars.
We have to teach Midjourney how to climb a bike in the future.
Oh,
Shortcuts. He can't even reach the handle, the wheel.
he's not even trying.
Maybe it's
I think the
AI
bike's like a
thinking
little bit too
motorcycle.
big for his character.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And those handles, I mean, maybe it doesn't recognize that those are handles.
Yeah.
I think you're right for sure. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I wonder
Where are you going?
if you scaled him up by like 15% or 20% in the initial image.
Oh yeah, that's a
It's
great
like
idea.
cut it out, and I mean it's probably easier to do in Photoshop than in Midjourney.
What is he? Where is he? Oh yeah, look, it vented handlebars at the right place. That's right. That's right. But it put handlebars and
But there's two sets of handlebars.
yeah, there's two sets of handlebars.
This is just the future technology. It makes new handlebars when you get on the bike to fit your.
Can't you make the bike shorter? I'll fix a lot of things.
Yeah, I was thinking that too, or make the guy bigger.
Yeah.
Can you share that initial image? I know it was way up
I
there in
can.
the chat.
Maybe saying a boy climbs on a motorcycle makes him small. Make it
That might be
Oh,
true.
okay.
Large
a
man.
sizable man or
Yeah.
a giant climbs on him. A massive, not a massive giant,
There's gonna be a giant coming in from
more like
frame
a
left and
massive
getting on the
man
motorbike
or
now.
Oh no, that's cool. I hope so. Maybe it'll be like a cybernetic giant to match
Could be.
the scene.
Yeah.
Okay, so you wanted me to give you the original picture, which I will scroll up to find.
You can just grab it from
Please
that video.
hold. Can I?
Yeah, if you click on it and then you right click. Or click on
Right,
the
but
left click.
won't that be tiny?
Nope, it shouldn't be. Like if you click on where the image is, like the starting frame.
is that it?
Well, I can just grab it. You mean this? Just grab
Yeah, I mean that works too.
Oh, it grabbed the whole thing. I like how realistic is his struggle to get on the bike here. Like he really does swing his leg over in a believable way, and then he climbs on, and then you see how the bike moves with his weight. That's cool. Midjourney's like, I've got this completely wrong, but I've got the physics of it really right. Oh, hey, it invented the other side of the bike.
Yeah.
Oh, he touched it. He touched it. Did you see that? It worked.
Worked.
Well, I mean, he grabbed the handles. See?
How's he gonna
It
climb the
seemed
bike?
to, but then he lets go of them,
So
backs up, like he's still reaching. He's like, no, I want to hold the eye. I can't.
Hmm.
I wanna. We can't. It's the bike. It's not believable. He'd have to have a much longer torso.
I think you need to have him sit on the motorcycle and then he climbs onto the motorcycle. Oh, okay. So he gets on the motorcycle, bends at the waist. Huh.
It's just, I don't think the motorcycle is well designed. I think we need a different motorcycle.
make it a 19th century motorcycle.
Right. Hey, Alistair, good to see you.
What? Can you just get rid of the first frame?
Get rid of the first frame. Tell me what you mean.
Like remove it, make another one.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
the problem
he gave us, it's just his other video snip ends on that frame, right? So he wants it to continue the video, and therefore he wants it to start from that frame because that continues his other cartoon.
But then you're trying to fix something that's the problem started from frame 1. So
Yes, you are correct.
I mean,
You are correct. So I think what Derpater is going to try to do, if I'm not mistaken, is cut him out and make him bigger to start with. So when he steps over to the bike, it makes no never mind that he
Did a
the
terrible
bike,
job with
you can
Photoshop.
actually lay on the bike. It's too
Right.
long. It's too long.
It's too long, it's too high,
Yeah.
and it's not the right dimensions for the rider.
You need a new bike
Need a new bike.
and a new rider.
Get rid of everything.
But we can
Scrap it all.
One with a bigger body.
scrap the whole thing.
Yeah.
What if I say futuristic cybernetic motorcycle with a yellow headlamp and yellow neon rims, I guess. It has I don't know, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Standing parked in a dark, rainy, neon lit alley in the style of the attached picture.
Well,
Okay.
looks different-ish.
It still has the hump and the handlebar.
Yeah.
But it does look also less long.
Less long. You mean short? Shorter.
Yes.
Well,
Why can't I say less long? Less long is about it. Okay. All right. So now I need the kid. Well, whatever. Starting frame. We'll have him walk on.
not the kid.
A blonde cyberpunk rebel gets on the motorcycle. Fine. Let's have him just walk in. I would say the opposite, Alistair.
Yeah, he's waiting for food again. Guys, I have a cat. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
11. He's 11. Yeah, he's a beautiful gray, very soft fur and everything. Yeah, and he's kind of obese because all his life, all he thought about is eating and nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
He don't want to be held. He don't want to be petted so much. He kind of avoids us unless he wants to eat or he's eating.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I do? I'm trying to get him to lose weight. He doesn't approve with my plan. He is objecting.
Let's let him live his best life.
Yeah, he's objecting strongly to his rations being halved.
I'm not surprised. I think you should just let him have what he wants to have. Oh, look. Wow, sexy.
But then he might get sick from being obese.
Even though she's got it here. Oh, a blonde cyberpunk rebel. I forgot to say that it was a guy, and I forgot to say they were wearing pants. But
if it's raining, why is she
can't
not
reach
wearing
it.
a raincoat or something?
Cyberpunk rebel man gets on the motorcycle and holds the handlebars. What's the handles? I don't know.
Might want to include pants.
Gets on the motorcycle. Maybe you should say climbs on, or be more specific. Climbs on, or sits on.
Okay, let's try that. Climbs
Just in
on.
case the machine don't get it.
Sits on and rides and mounts.
Mounts. There you go. There's a benefit to having unlimited credits, Claire, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Welcome, Jerry. Good to see you.
Where do I get that discount code?
You volunteered.
Where do I sign up?
You just show up in Promptcraft and start volunteering, and you'll get free time.
From who?
Me.
Oh,
I'm the volunteer manager.
Is it a known that to do Omni reference, like having a bigger, closer, like portrait to start with, and also how big the face is in the final image makes a big difference?
I think it's known.
Okay.
I think that mostly people don't listen to that advice. They have the picture that they have, and they're not gonna take the steps to doctor the picture,
Right.
but they should.
Yeah, crop it to the face and then make the image you want
Yeah.
closer then so it's not far away, like a full length. It'll be less accurate if the face is smaller. I mean, that's true with anything in Midjourney, right? Less accuracy, the smaller the object in the images.
Yeah, there's not enough pixels. I said he's wearing a shirt. Oh, look, he's like kind of leaning over it now.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
That looks good.
Yeah.
There we go. Now we could use this as a reference image maybe for the other one.
Claire, how did the rain come about?
I said a rainy alley. Oh, that looks a lot like his character. And it's about as confused as the other character, too.
No pants.
These people don't know how to dress. Why not one of them is wearing an undershirt? They're all just wearing jackets.
Whoa.
Okay.
He didn't remove the. How do you call those things that
The
help?
kickstand.
Yeah. Well, the bike rides itself.
There's a little blue-haired person in there. Dragon Ball Z style. Massive confusion.
Massive confusion.
Mostly this is just useless. Mostly.
Can you actually remove one of these entries and permanently never see that again?
Yeah. It's this hide button right here.
The hide, but when you go to the organize, you can have it show again.
That's as close as you get.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like a soft delete, right? You could just the hide is like putting it in your recycle bin, but you're not allowed to empty the recycle bin.
Right. Doesn't it empty after 30 days or something?
They haven't implemented that yet. They might at some point implement that, but they haven't
I'm pretty sure they will after they allow adult content generation or something. Then they will probably have to have some deletion in place.
Well, we remade the bike and we remade the boy. We had Midjourney decide exactly what the boy should be. And Midjourney still can't figure out this bike. And to be honest, I helped another user make a poster for their kids' bike ride. Oh my god, I have to tell you this story. So this guy, his son, his 19-year-old son, committed suicide. And every year they have a bike ride in his honor. And he's decided to use Midjourney to make the banner for like the Facebook event or whatever, so people could sign up and join the and his son was a furry, was a purple fox. And so we tried a million times to do like for anthropomorphic foxes on bikes. And I tell you what, on bikes, on motorcycles, anything, Midjourney could not. it's just terrible at it. There's just not enough training data, I think, for it to get good. If I search for fox, we can see, like, it's cute, right? You think, well, that's cute, but look at the middle one. Do you see how there's only 2 bikes?
Mm.
And the hands are not really on the handlebars. Once again, 2 bikes, and their arms, this one's arms just, again, there's no third bike. No third bike.
You don't need a third bike.
No third bike. No, this time I started saying 3 bikes, 3 bikes, so it added another bike, but not for the one in the blue helmet. Only 2 bikes. 2 bikes. I don't know what he eventually used. These are some of the other ones that we tried to do, and the only way I was able to this is really screwy. The only way I was able to get anything to work was the only way I was get anything to work was to make sure that that we were close enough in, zoomed in, that the messed up bodies were not part of the show. Basically, if we got close enough, then it would get, which is to your point, Westendorf, I suppose. Midjourney does better if it's closer. Oh, hidden. That's what. Oh, some of these were really good, actually. Trying to get 3 people on a bike. It just can't do it. It just can't do it. See that mess up right there? Again, no third bike. So this is no third bike. This is me trying to use the editor to try to get the third bike. No such luck.
Weird.
Remove one of the animals, problem solved. There you
Well, it needed to be 3 people. And furthermore, like this was okay, but he didn't like the style that much. He didn't like the fact that the ears were outside the helmet, and and some of them started kind of getting broken because of remixes and so on. I don't know what he eventually used. And he was a motorcycle expert, so he could look at these motorcycles and say, well, that motorcycle is nonsense. That's not even a real motorcycle. He loved this one the most, but again, we had the no third bike problem. Only 2 bikes. Two bikes. 2 bikes. So yeah, that was a huge challenge. Cool doppel, but make sure that it's this aspect ratio if you want the same challenge. Gotta put helmets on those bad boys because it's for kids, right? So you can't have them without helmets. And then on top of this, Derpiter, the lead bike, one of the lead ones, or the one in the foreground, also had to be purple. Welcome, Eugenia, to Midjourney's Prompt Troubleshooting Jam session. We are currently looking at a Facebook banner for a bicycle event. The requirements were to get at least 3 or more different anthropomorphic foxes wearing motorcycle helmets, riding different kinds of motorcycles. No goggles. And the lead one is purple. And they wanted it in this Niji style with that particular mood board or whatever it is. That's the style they liked. Interpreter says we've been asking for delete for 3 years. Yeah. If you could see what Midjourney uses in the video prompt, then how would you overwrite it? I know more about the prompt that Midjourney writes now for video.
Do you?
I do. It was demonstrated to me a couple of times, and I can get more demonstrations if I want. I just haven't settled in for that. What I thought happened was that we were prompting the prompter. I thought that we were talking to an LLM, and the LLM would take what we said and write a prompt from it. And that if we use raw, it would not. That was not correct. What ends up being correct is if we use raw, whatever we write is the only prompt used. If we do not use raw, then our prompt and the semantic video prompt written by the LLM are run together, concatenated. Did you get that? So, yeah. So, it does a semantic a movement archetype prompt based on your starting frame, and then your prompt is next to it together in one job, not even a blend. I mean, I guess the result is blending because, of course, the result of all diffusion is blending of a kind. So, but yeah, you can imagine it looks like this. Let me write this out a little bit more. Like that. There we go. So it's run like that. So the semantic movement archetype prompt is something like if there is a door, someone will open it, or it will open. If there is a tree, it'll wave in the wind. If there is water, there will be waves. That sort of thing. And then raw just runs your prompt by itself without, right. So what this teaches us, interpreter, is that the help that we're getting from the VLM, the video language model, the help that we're getting is that it restates it redescribes the image in the prompt with verbs. And then whatever our prompt is comes after that. So that suggests that if we're going to run in raw mode, we have to pick up the burden of redescribing what's in the picture. We have to do what that semantic movement archetype prompt is doing. And the Midjourney wanted to spare users from having to do that every time. They said, look, well, we can do that for them. And then all they have to worry about is just like the action. I mean, you can try, Himbo. Himbo said you can't change the semantic meaning of the image. I don't. I mean, maybe you mean like if it's a field of grass and you want to treat it
You
like
definitely
a
can.
green ocean.
You
Hmm?
definitely can with raw mode.
There you go.
I had like a drawing I did when I was a kid, and it's just like a crayon scribble basically. But when I was a kid, I
Mhm.
had seen it as a mountain and like a river, and so I made the video go in that direction, even though there's no information about that in the start. I'll find it one sec.
Okay, let me look at this. How does this change the semantic? How,
Well, in the start of it,
why do you
there's
show this as an example?
you said like a door would open, or like there's nothing in the initial image for it to see as like what
A
would you expect?
mountain.
Like if when I didn't run it in raw mode, it didn't work at all, and then I ran it in raw mode and it did it first try.
I see, I see. Yeah, in raw mode, you were fighting whatever prompt, whatever it thought it saw. New York is the most prompted city on Midjourney. Star Wars, most used franchise. Akira, most used anime. Wheelop is the most prompted illustrator. Art Nouveau, Alphonse Mucha, Wes Anderson.
Where are they getting this information?
The study team started by building a list of 897 keywords. Each keyword was a name or topic used to inspire AI-generated images. These keywords came from 8 groups: artists, illustrators, film directors, architects, cities, media franchises, fast food chains, and anime. The research used a public online database called MidLibrary to collect examples of popular names from each category. Then they used the Midjourney Discord server to count how many times these keywords appeared in AI image and video prompts. Total data included 4,929,594 prompts showing how often people use references from real architects, directors, and artists when working with AI. Out of nearly 5 million prompts, the only numbers they could get was 230. So the vast majority of people are not using 53,000. The vast majority of people are not using architects or artists. So the overwhelmingly vast vast majority.
Mm.
What's kind of interesting is that this was done from Discord, right? They pulled it from Discord.
Yeah.
And in the games section, there's games that are specifically for artists. So that would pull data would be pulling from games that are specifically towards prompting artists and experimenting with different styles. Like there's a style jam and so like where that's not really, you know what I mean? Like that's taking data from
Yeah.
from
I mean,
like
it's not
a directed stuff, not from directed kind of.
yeah, it's not a very interesting. I don't know what they're trying to prove. They don't say what they're trying to prove about it. Whoops, I forgot to check the date. Did anyone catch the date? Oh, I didn't even give you the URL. I'm so rude. Hold on. Let me get the URL again. Okay. 10/27, so apparently today. Okay. Yeah, their methodology is questionable at best. True story. It's still alive. That's good. Using Niji with a mood board makes complex prompt adherence nearly impossible. Yeah, we were up against that. I was trying to find another style that they might like, but hey, legal beags. Driving to Florida. Be careful, it's hurricane season. Don't get caught in that. Yeah, that sounds like 90% of artists to me, but it's so funny that people are like they're relying on creative shortcuts. I'm like, dude, do you know art? Have you met art? Have you gone to school? Do you have a textbook? Can I introduce you to art? Art is almost intentionally derivative. Art is often intentionally grabbing cultural stuff and messing with it. Like that's what art is for the vast majority of people. The fact that we don't have art education in this country is really, really crapping on us now.
Mm.
It's like people saying that the best way to write is with easy words and short sentences. That's the reason why everyone reads that better is because that's what they learn to read best before they stop reading. And then they ask the world to design their that whatever they have to read to continue to match that style, so they know, so it just reinforces itself. And a lot of ideas are lost because you can't use a rich vocabulary or complex sentence structures because you can't rely on literacy. And so the lack of literacy is actually what the problem is.
Mm.
And similarly, in Gen AI art, the lack of art literacy is the problem.
Have you seen that Fran Lebowitz interview where she's talking about the audience is just as
Yeah.
important. Like, and that's we've lost a discerning audience. I'll send you the link.
Oh yeah, that sounds like, yeah. There's problems. This article implies potential issues around style borrowing, copyright, and the role of human creativity versus training on existing bodies of work. Ah, ah. I'm not. Oh, hey, Wendy. I'm not saying there's no such thing as AI slop. But I think AI slop and derivative and da is a problem with people, not with AI. AI is passive. Midjourney isn't like, ha ha ha, I'm gonna make something that sucks. It's like it's not it's not prone to that. It's prone to listening to us. I met a teenager at this reunion thing. I don't know how old he was, maybe 14 or 15. And he had the Gen Z reaction. I said, I work for Midjourney. What's that? It's AI. I said, I'm afraid it's AI. And he wrinkled his nose and he said, it's bad for the environment. And I said, you're right. All kinds of new technology and energy demands need to be solved. You're not wrong about that. He said also, it's not good for human creativity. And I said, why is that? And he said, because it's not good for human creativity because it's the AI making the painting instead of you. And I said, well, how do you make the AI make the painting? He said, well, you have to write a prompt. I was like, well, who's writing the prompt? He's like, oh, a person. Right. And
No, you generate it
and
with
so I said
AI.
the person writes the prompt and sends it to the algorithm, which puts the pixels on the page, right? He says, yeah. And I said, well, who made the algorithm? Oh, a person. So I said, so it's a human making art using something like other humans have made. So where is it not humans making the art? And he just stared at me and he was like, oh. I'm like, okay, well, so that didn't take long. That didn't take
Well,
much to sort of walk him through
No.
it.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, so humans still play. I said, so it's more like Adobe Photoshop. You wouldn't get on anyone's case for using Adobe Photoshop, right? And he was like, well, no, because it's just a tool. I'm like, well, that's the same role stuff something like Midjourney has. It's a big, complicated tool that you learn to use to make art. That doesn't mean that you can't just like you can go into Photoshop and do find edges and publish it. Like you could, or you could just use the filter browser and like just change everything to impasto and publish it, and then we'd have Adobe's Photoshop slop. And you know what? When Photoshop was first released, we sure did
It was great though.
have slop
It was a good era.
until, huh?
It was a good era.
It was a good era. That's right.
Photoshop was a great era.
Bad Photoshop was amazing. And no one got any on. Well, people were like, it's not real, it's fake art, da 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 da. And then everyone realized that there's a whole lot of skill, and it's expensive and difficult, and you have to go to a class to get really expert with it. And then they backed off of it. And I'm just like, I explained this to this kid, and he's like, oh my God, you're right. I'm like, I know. So I converted one. It's the bigger picture of mass automated production. It's a real thing. Yeah, that's for sure. There's a conversation to be had about that. But most of the people on social media are not even formulating thoughts about how it affects capitalism. They should. But are you rich yet? I mean, how many of those? Oh, you're not. Well, Oh, you are. I was going to say, how many of those 5,000 t-shirt designs sell? You're very rich. Have I told you how close of a friend you are to me? You're really, really, a bestie. Who else has money? Just teasing. Bought out by Meta. Wait, Wendy was bought out by Meta? Why are you not talking? Oh, you're not unmuted. For fuck's sake. Okay, you can talk now. I'm sorry.
Reason always goes, yeah, we know, Meta bought you out, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm proud of that, okay? My kids did that, and blah, blah. But yeah, again, I don't do it. But today, I mean, yesterday I was just showing a new AI thing where I can literally say, this is this is my number one selling t-shirt. It hits humor, it hits that market, blah, 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 blah. I want you to be an SEO genius, sort of market trader. But yeah, I want to research this, and I want you to literally use this design, this layout, and do me 5,000 designs. Have them move the background, change the saturation and level to this level of perfection, blah 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 blah. And I just run it, and it just goes boom, boom, and I went, oh, I feel sick. It's horrible. I mean, because half of them were pretty much like, oh dear, it doesn't get the humor things and stuff. But honestly, it was just automating the whole thing, and it was like, this is crazy good. The psychology, the layout, all the extra work you have to do to just make it ready for print, it does it now. And there's YouTubers out there telling people how to do this, and it's just going to saturate the market to I mean, more than ever. It's because now.
Well, maybe we'll have some nice t-shirts for once.
Well, excuse me, I've been in the t-shirt industry for 30 years. So we've had fucking amazing t-shirts out there.
All right, give me the URL again. No, you don't ship to the US.
I do. I shipped.
You do?
I was Amazon. I literally was selling about 40,000 t-shirts a month on Amazon in US. Oh,
And you're not anymore?
Sorry, that's why I'm rich. Yeah, I'm not anymore. No. Basically,
Okay.
we saw Midjourney coming our way. I've been retired for 5 years due to my illness and whatnot, and I sat and found Midjourney coming away. Long story short is I can't. I spoke to my daughters and went, guys, you got to check this shit out, man. This is crazy. We've got to be careful. We're graphic design. We do all the POD stuff. We used to have a print factory in the day. And I just one day too, I thought, you got all this print on demand stuff going on. We had Redbubble back then. We had Etsy was new. This is what 19, 20 years ago. People think they go, what? Hang on, what? 20 years ago? Yeah. Print on demand was around 20 years ago.
Yeah. Wow.
And then so we had the main one was Zazzle and Society 6. They were the two big boys. You could print any one print up thing onto 1,001 items. It was like, hello, hang on a minute. So we can do this and get royalties and work on a 20% commission. I'm doing this. But geez, we need to close down. We need to get rid of this fucking printing machines now and get back to being artists, because all I am is a bloody. I felt like just a spanner monkey. I spent all my time maintaining machines and learning about them and stuff. And then it was just, and also it was like, hang on a minute, we could just literally, and I literally cleared out, and we went, right, we're going to go royalties from that one, print on demand. And in 2017, Amazon released Amazon merch, and that
Oh, right. Yeah.
That exploded me into the hemisphere, because we had around about, I don't know, say 30,000 anime kawaii characters, really sort of looking cute, disgruntled, happy, sad, blah blah blah. We had all that crap going on, and I was like, hang on a minute, so I can just put, oh, it's that Monday morning feeling, and then have that koala going, and then,
right.
But we've got another 22,000 animals we could use. So you're into koalas maybe, or owls, or blah blah blah. We will hit all the markets, and we were first in there. We were about 2 months behind another gentleman called Filthy Phil, and he was making around about £80,000 a month on there. And we were like, what on earth is going on? How are you making that kind of money? And he took me on his wing almost and went, dude, this is what you need to do. And I'm like, okay, dude, I'm here for you. And yeah, next thing you know, I'm making $5 grand, 10 grand, 15 grand, and within two years was doing about 30,000 a month on it, just on royalties, just with Amazon merch. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, hang on, we can do this to Redbubble, 29 other platforms. And yeah, it went ballistic. But now sometimes you make a design, you throw it at the wall and see if it sticks. It doesn't. Sometimes you make a design, go, this is a winner. This is going to happen. And it doesn't. And then the weirdest stick man of another man patting a man on the back and him saying, like, sometimes you want to give a person a pat on the back and they're falling off a cliff, right? Is that patting on the back on it? That was one of our famous ones. It's just a stick man, two stick men on the edge of a cliff. And I sold what, 15,000 of them, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, and it just shows that where art stands, and it's like, my goodness, that's one of my number one sellers. You know, my number one seller, most of my sellers, number ones, I like feminist t-shirts, believe it or not. But again, now I got my number one designs, gave them to an AI, and said, dude, make this and see what we can do, blah, blah, blah. And it gives me 20, 30 ideas, 20, 30 ready to print, go things. I'm like, right, okay, 20 of them are brilliant, get them up. My God, we were sitting there brainstorming for weeks, doing puns and checking out market research and the time. And man, we got out at the right time. We had our own AI team, but we couldn't work out how David was doing the aesthetics. Our dev team couldn't understand it. We presume I'm doing this all alongside you guys doing doing the ranking and the aesthetics. We're like, I don't get it. But one of our guys said, I think we've got an idea how he's doing it, but we haven't got the community. We're not going to be able to get that kind of data. And this is where individual is always going to win. So what we need to do is we need to use Midjourney to create the base, and then we'll make our own versions where we can then use that image to create video, create this, create that, because we realized that the end product of Midjourney was incredible to work with other other sort of workings. And anyway, so next you know, my daughter's being headhunted by Meta for doing talks, walking. You know, she got well into it, like yourself. She knows all the under the hood shit, and she's on that LinkedIn thing or something, and she knows Steve Barrett. You see, because he's famous. He's famous 3D artist. You see. And my middle daughter gets so flustered when I talk about him because she's like, "Oh, you know him, you talk to him. Oh my God!" And all the way through university, she was idolizing this one artist guy, and it's weird how you see somebody geek out over an old man, because like he's like, he's older than me. What are you doing? She went, "Oh, that is amazing. He's genius. He revolutionized this, and he sat down with David on that first San Francisco thing and spent 8 hours discussing 3D virtual reality worlds and this like that, and how he was going to." And that's where we got the information of going, what? Oh my God, he's diffusing 3D. He's using 3D technology to rotate and then diffuse over instantly. So because they've got the power there to do it, and we understood all of a sudden how Midjourney was working, and because we got that far, we were able to make certain developments in AI. And Meta tried headhunting our head developer and our team, but it
Yeah.
happens that my oldest daughter is engaged to marry him. And so all of a sudden she turned around and went, "Excuse me, Mr. Meta, you're headhunting my people." And it was like, oh, sort of thing. And
Ah.
basically they bought us hook, line, and sinker, and it was a shame they did that because they just liquidized everything. They didn't really care about any of that. They wanted the dev team, but they didn't want any rust, anything, any hangers on that could move forward with it. So they
And
put
did they make you sign something that you'd never sell T-shirts again or something?
not that. I'm retired and out. I'm out of the business. I'm not on it anymore. I haven't been for over a decade because of my illness. I was making really crazy
Right.
with dementia, really embarrassing mistakes, and so basically I was out. And yeah, they contracted everybody for 3 years. I already know that 5 of the artists are just sitting there, just taking in the money, and they just basically said, "Oh yeah, just let it tick down. We'll let you know if we need you," sort of thing. It's like, wow, so you guys have got 3 years worth of wages, and you're sitting there doing fuck all. Yeah, they don't want or need us. They want art directors that understand AI. So Veronica's now, my eldest, is traveling around the world doing talks and chats with all the meta lunatics, and then and then of course video came along, and they couldn't track out what's going on with the video, and that's why, of course, we now know that they turned around and said, "We need your aesthetic, Midjourney," and there's that going on in the background. So I get whispers, but my daughters are also not stupid. They know not to tell me anything serious because I'm not trustworthy. I'll just blurt things out all of a sudden and not mean to. And so yeah, Meta bought us out they bought for. Well, my second daughter's now retired over into Africa to teach English and put all her money into a charity with all these celebrities. It's like it's called a trust fund type thing, yeah, where they put all the money
Right.
together, all these people. She was one of the lesser people who put money in, but they all put it in together, and they say right, 5 years it stays there. That's what they do, and she's gone over to do that. That's her dream. She's never had that kind of money to do that, not to that extent.
Wow.
And so she's
Very nice.
had
I'm
people-
glad that there's an AI boom that's helping the family of somebody that I know and love, you know?
yeah, exactly.
It's so much nicer than
yeah. But I'm
hearing about just like AI bros making money. It's
yeah. Yeah, and actually, technically, I'm not rich at all. I get pocket money from my children. I made sure that when they said I was going to die years ago when I was on the last legs. I made sure that everything was tucked away nicely, and there'd be no inheritance tax. They had everything, and I just said make sure I've got a couple of grand in the bank and I'm happy. You know, and that sounds really petty. People go, oh, just a couple of grand a month just for your pocket money. Yeah, that's what I asked for, and that way I'm not worth anything. You know, so they can't take money off me, can they? No, Dad.
excellent.
Yeah, that's how I sold it. We got bought out by Meta. Yeah, they hunt it. It was all
Thank
due.
you for sharing that story. It's
Yeah,
fascinating.
Yeah, we just.
This is Midjourney really changes people's lives, that's for
Oh,
sure.
I said get on. I said guys, we've got to get on the train. Hold on. But we lost lots of customers. We lost lots of purists. You know,
Mm-hmm.
a couple of our artists went off and did their own thing and stuff like that, and we totally let them go as well. We're not that kind of corporation. We weren't the kind that were going to go, well, we'll never work in art again. It was a case of like, go for it,
Right.
they get you, you know. But this train, it's going to. We watched our Amazon go from 80,000 a month to 40 to 20 over 3 years. We lost nearly 65%. We were down that slowly over, and people are going, that's just Amazon, because people suddenly were going, oh, we can make quality and quantity, and
Mm-hmm.
wow, I was teaching people for years how to do it, but then all of a sudden, by the masses, without the psychology, the color psychology, about the layouts, about how the brain works, to when you're trying to make something so you can lead them around a poster, you know, like that kind of thing.
Nice.
AI knows all that shit now. I do it now and go, wow, boom, and I can actually make this poster as if it's for a left-handed person, which is the minority. We really don't want to be making posters. Nobody does that. That's silly. But you can do it. Because, left-handed people are clever enough to understand what the right-handed people see. That's what I say. But yeah, and and we weren't allowed to say we were bought out by Meta and everything. I got scorned by my children because that was part of their NDA bullshit, whatever it was. I'm like, hey,
Oh.
to do with me, and they're like, Dad, we can't tell you nothing. I went, oh, you didn't know that already, Mister? I've been sectioned how many times now for knowing not knowing where I am and what I'm doing, and being a danger to people because I'm just walking around in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
But I'm not allowed to say
amazing. I'm gonna interrupt you for just a second.
Sorry, yeah.
Terribly rude.
No.
To welcome Queen Lake, who has joined us. Eugenia has been here for a while. You guys, you have joined the tail end of the prompt troubleshooting jam session here at Midjourney. We have listened to many stories and solved, or at least attempted to solve, many prompt problems. We did start about 2 hours ago. So what I'm going to do is encourage our very wonderful world of stuff to take us down to Learning Pro so we can continue talking. But I need to close down the event room. So if Wendy, you want to head over there, I will teleport people down there. And okay, technically 4 hours ago, but they don't need to know that. The event started 2 hours ago, but Derpader and I started 4 hours ago. All right, hang on. I'm going to teleport you down there. And here we go. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. All right, I am here too.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I used to look at the time it used to take us to do the SEO and the descriptions for things, and it would take us. It takes a big chunk of your time, because it needs a human mind to understand to a certain extent to what you're going to be, what you're requiring, in the SEO market. But ChatGPT or any AI is allowed to as it breaks